Hello everyone, I'm Zalty and this is the Zalty Show on YouTube. Today we'll be test riding this Kawasaki Vulcan S. The throttle response to this is, I'm not gonna say it's bad, but it's just weird. I'm not used to it. And the clutch doesn't let go, and then it goes all of it. But okay, we're gonna see if we can ride this properly. Well, properly, we're not gonna be able to ride it, but I rode this last year at this fair. Oh my. Okay. But unfortunately the footage was lost. Hopefully this footage will be better. Well, there were no audio on the previous footage. Jesus Christ, nice brakes, good brakes. It's always fun riding a motorcycle you've never ridden before, because it's, yeah. And the buttons are very hard for the blink, the indicator, so I've failed to turn it off a few times. I'll try to push it harder. Okay, so if there's a lot of wind noise here, I apologize. I don't have my helmet back yet, so is there a sixth gear? Oh, there's a sixth gear on this. Okay, so this is the Kawasaki Vulcan S either way, and as I said, I test rode it last year, but unfortunately there were no audio on the footage, so I thought I would ride it again this year. And unfortunately I only have 15 minutes with this, so it will be a very short ride with it, but I'm gonna try to test it out as much as I can on those 15 minutes. The thing I like about this bike is that it's very light on its feet, and you have a more cruiser-like position, so your feet are slightly in front of your knees, which I prefer as a cruiser rider. But you're still a bit too cramped for a long-distance cruiser, but this is not what this is. It's not a long-distance cruiser. This is for someone, I would think, okay, oh, that's embarrassing. I would suggest this bike for someone who does short range commuting, like an hour tops, because it's very nimble through city traffic, but you're not cramped as on a sports bike or anything like that. So I feel this comfortable is really this seating position is very comfortable, but it doesn't hinder your mobility. It's not like you're sitting on my bike, for example, so you feel it's kind of hard to maneuver because you're so stretched out on it. Because your feet are only slightly forward in front of your knees, which I kind of like. I like the seating position, and I like the quick throttle response. It's just that I'm not used to it, and I love how hard the brakes take. I would say this is perfect for city riding, and it has a very small footprint still, so it will be easy to filter and cut through traffic with it. Okay, now we're gonna go out on the highway here. Let's do an acceleration test. No problem whatsoever getting up to highway speed. Because it's an easy, nimble bike. Personally, I don't like the sound of it, but I'm used to having a heavy bike with more than double the engine size of this, and of course you get a different grunt then. than you do on something like this. So all my gripes with this bike is perfectly understandable for what it is. But if I did, for example, commuting to work every day inside a bigger city, then this would be the bike for me. I actually looked at this as a possible bike for me before I got mine, just because I really like how it rides. It's very nimble and it's easy to maneuver. And I apologize, this won't be the most exciting first ride, but as I said, we only have 15 minutes, so we kind of need to be back soon. Okay, we're gonna have to take this back, so I will have to talk through the tunnel. I apologize for that, it's not most interesting scenery. But I really do like this bike, but the reason why I didn't get it is mainly it lacks engine power on the highway, in my opinion. I love that it has a 6th gear, so you can be in legal speeds at still a comfortable RPM. But I think it lacks a bit of grunt to it. But it's a smaller engine size, so if I'm not mistaken, I think this is 800cc. The engine. I can't talk English today, like I ever could. But so for city commuting, I say it's perfect. But the thing I think is most fun on a motorcycle is long distance riding. You know, just cruising down a highway for days and going on trips, like the Norway trip I just finished uploading to YouTube. I love that shit, and I do really like it. But as I said, if I did city commuting, then yeah, sure. Then I would definitely get this. But it's not made for long distance riding, which is where I shine. And it's my favorite activity with a motorcycle. But I know these are very popular, and especially because of the price point. This one, brand new in Sweden, I think is like 78,000. Brand fucking new. What's that, like under 8,000 euros for this brand new bike? I think that's insanely good value for money. And you still get 800 cc's of quick responding power and a comfortable seating position. And the seat is actually very pleasant. I feel that I could sit on the seat for hours. It's just that my feet are a bit too far forward. But I know one of the most popular modifications on this is to move the controls forward, so you get a more stretched out seating position. And the good thing with this, that it's a popular bike, is that there's a ton of modifications for this. So when you buy it, well, that's also the downside, is that you're never really done with it. You can always modify and add things, remove things, swap out things. It's actually really, really cool. And this is a quite bumpy road, but I love that's why I say it would be perfect for city commuting. Speed bumps and stuff like that, no problem. I'm super comfortable, more comfortable than I am on my bike, taking these bumps and stuff. Now, unfortunately, our time with this bike is over, so I'm gonna have to step it off, but I'm gonna try a few more bikes. But I really like this bike, and if I did more city style commuting, then definitely this would be the bike for me. Okay, now I just have to see where I'm supposed to go and deliver this back. I think I'm going in here. Okay, see you guys at the next bike.